Deep in the woods where the trees grow tall, lived a boy named Sparky, not big, not small. Along with his friends, Bella and Max. They loved to play and explore and relax. One day they set out to the forest so green to see what sights and sounds they could glean. But little did they know, an adventure awaited, a journey so magical it could not be fated. As they roamed through the trees, a creature appeared with a twinkle in its eye, and a voice that was weird. Follow me, my friends, and you'll see a world of wonder and mystery. Sparky, Bella, and Max they followed with glee. Excited for what this journey would be through the woods, they trekked and they trotted to see what secrets lay undiscovered. And so began the magical journey with Sparky and friends, so brave and sturdy what wonders awaited, they could not know. But they set out to explore and let their hearts glow. Sparky, Bella, and Max, they walked with delight through the forest. They journeyed until they saw a sight, an enchanted river, so shiny and bright. But the water was deep, and the current was strong. They didn't know how to cross, it seemed all wrong. Just then, some creatures appeared with a song. We'll help you cross safely all day long. The creatures were strange, with wings and long tails, but they were kind and gentle, and they told tales of how they helped travelers cross without fails. They worked together, and they never derailed. Sparky, Bella, and Max, they held on tight. As they crossed the river, under the moonlight, they learned a lesson that was so right that sometimes in life you need to unite. The creatures were grateful and they smiled with glee, for Sparky and friends had shown bravery. They reached the other side and were finally free to continue their journey, so full of esprit. The journey continued to a cave so deep it was dark and scary, with no light to keep. The friends were hesitant, they didn't want to leap, but they knew they had to try before they could sleep. They stepped into the cave, and it was pitch black. They couldn't see a thing, not even a crack. They stumbled and fell and they started to backtrack, but they heard a voice that kept them on track. Come this way, friends, I'll show you the light. The voice was warm, and it sounded so right. They followed it closely, with all of their might, and suddenly the darkness turned into sight. It was glowing with 1,000 stars. They lit up the path and erased all the scars. The friends were amazed, and they lost all their fears and continued the journey. With no more tears, they made it through the cave with courage and skill, and they learned a lesson that gave them a thrill, that even in darkness there's a light that can fill, and that light can guide you through every hill. High in the sky, above the clouds so white, there was a castle. With a gleaming light it shone so bright. In the middle of the night, Sparky and friends knew it was in sight. They climbed up high, through the sky so blue. With each step they took, the view was anew. They reached the top, with the castle in view. It was a sight that they never knew. The castle was grand, with a drawbridge so wide they crossed it with care, with no time to hide. They entered the castle and took it in stride. The wonders they saw, they couldn't decide. The walls were adorned with jewels so rare, the floors were so smooth. Without any tear the chandeliers glowed, with a magical flare. It was a place that was beyond compare. As they explored, they came to a room with a table so grand that lit up the gloom. On the table, there was a map with a zoom, and they knew it would lead them to their next boon. They took the map, and they thanked the sight of the castle so grand. In the middle of the night, they knew their journey was far from light, but with each step they would do it right. The journey was long, but it had to end. Sparky and friends had to say goodbye to their friends. They looked back at the adventures they had penned, and the memories. They would always defend the forest, the river, the cave, and the castle. Each one of them left an indelible hassle, but with each challenge they grew stronger, without a hassle. And that was a gift. That was better than a tassel. They set out for home, with a spring in their step. The journey was easy. Without any missteps they knew the way. And they didn't need a pep, for they had grown, and there was nothing to fret. They reached their home, and they hugged with glee. They told the story of what they had to see. Their parents were amazed, as they sat on their knee, and they listened to them with a twinkle of esprit. The adventure was over, but the memories stayed. The lessons they learned were never to fade, for they knew they could conquer any grade, and that was a gift that they never betrayed.
Subscribe to our channel to experience more exciting stories like this one.